Today, we are diving into the mind of Mona Thomas, founder of HUNI, a world shaped by childhood imagination that never disappeared. From a small German town, Mona turned doubt into momentum, proving that vision needs no permission, only honesty and consistency. Her work grows from instinct rather than trends, surreal yet familiar, playful yet precise. HUNI is what happens when a childhood spark is protected long enough to become a universe of its own.
I'm Mona. I used to be a graphic designer, I guess.
Yeah.
And now I have my own brand. We've been selling stuff worldwide. I actually come from a small town, so it's kind of that's the wild thing to me. How much has been possible working from this very, very tiny city in Germany that actually nobody knows. And so this is me right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard you at one point you didn't want to even start a brand.
True.
Actually, what
still
changed
sounds
your mind?
appalling to me hearing it right now.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of it, but it's been working very well. It's been fun, and we have a team. I didn't always have a team, so I think that's the one thing that I like about having a brand, that you can have people helping you do what you do.
The teamwork aspect of it, of course. And so what changed your mind initially, like at the beginning of your journey, to be like, okay, let's do this?
It wasn't like a decision that I made. I think it was probably it was out of frustration, because I was a graphic designer and I wanted to work for bigger companies and people that I admired, like Kanye and all the who did I want to work for? I wrote so many emails, Virgil, everyone.
Yeah.
I really DM'd everyone, and I just wanted to work for them and do like graphic design stuff. But nobody would reply to my DMs and stuff. So I just decided I would have to post my work. I'd have to post my ideas, and I'd have to be very loud about what I do and what the ideas I have.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. And then I guess one idea that I had was it resonated very well. And then I had more ideas and more ideas.
Like a snowball effect, almost. How does it feel now to actually start to see the fruition of the years of not getting the replies to the point where it's like now you start to get
that's
people
really
coming
crazy,
back?
Yeah, that's really it's insane. It feels very rewarding, but now I'm not in that position anymore where I want to work for anyone else, because I'm in that I now get to experience the privilege of working for myself, which is much better, yeah.
Likewise.
There's nothing, I can't imagine a better thing, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, you mentioned Kanye, and now you were able to design a mask for him. So yeah, I mean, totally seeing that kind of 360, I can imagine be amazing to have opportunities like that.
But it still feels like in the beginning, because did he wear the mask? No, he
Right.
didn't. So you do things in hopes to get the kind of recognition, or to do something that somebody else will like.
Yeah.
And you're still so hopeful, and you don't know if it'll work out in the end, and I'm still in that position that I used to be in back then,
Yeah.
So that thing definitely didn't change, but it's true, the fact that I now gotten much closer to now that I can pitch ideas literally, and I know that they will be seen for sure.
Of course.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess now it definitely feels like at least you have it because I know how it still seems kind of far away, but at the same time, it's now that you can be seen. Because I mean, last time I saw you, we were at the Vultures thing, like literally
Yeah.
on stage, and so like that is because you've been seen in a certain way, and because you've communicated so much, I guess, your ideas, and we're so loud about them. Yeah, how important do you think it is, I guess, as a balance, the creation side to actually putting the ideas out there? Like, is there
I mean,
a balance that you are constantly trying to, like, what ideas to actually publish, or do you publish everything, or how do you go about it?
I force myself to publish almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like, even though I know that not everything is kind of like my favorite thing that I've ever worked on, but that's just like the mechanism that I did from the start. Like I always knew I have to, no matter what, even if I doubt myself, even if I don't like it, just show it, because sometimes you don't like your own work so much and other people actually do like it, or they see how wonderful it is, and sometimes even the stuff that I hated the most got the best response. And then
Right.
and then I, back then when I was doing graphic design, that's what would get me the next job. And this is kind of the mechanism that I still follow, because it just keeps everything going. It helps me maintain a very steady rhythm, and it's the worst when it's quiet, right?
Right.
Like when I don't post, that's how you know that I'm not doing well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's like, I think it's a healthy thing to always show your work,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to silence that doubt, I think,
Mhm.
that will always be there in your head.
Yeah, I think, you see these big artists, and you like from the outside you think, oh, they're so confident that what they're doing is so great.
Yeah.
You can't even. It's hard to compare yourself at that level, but at the same time, understanding that they also have those doubts is
True.
important, and just keep going is the take the next step is what's important.
Yeah.
There's many, whether it be graphic designers or just designers, creators, whatever out there, that might be in a similar place where, you were a couple of years ago. What advice would you give to them, from what you've learned these years through the many barriers or challenges that you've surpassed?
I don't know. Everyone's very special, so it's hard to give advice, and I also don't like myself giving advice. I always feel like I'm still figuring everything out by myself. I don't have the answers, to be honest. But that's probably the best advice you could give, I think, because I'm not smarter than anyone. I don't, you have to figure it out. You know it best, I guess. Everyone knows it best for themselves.
Yeah.
That's what being in school taught me. Like going to graphic design school and stuff. That like there are a lot of teachers and they have a lot of things to say, but the only thing that was able to help me was distancing myself from that.
Wow.
Like going away from what, like that, because that burdened me in a way.
Wow.
But that's personal. That's not their fault, Some people love hearing advice. Some people love hearing opinions and stuff on their work, and I just don't.
Right.
That's probably just me.
So, is it just your work just so highly personal in that way that you just can't hear? You have to trust your own hone on your own vision.
100%, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my sister would probably agree with me. she thinks I'm addicted to hearing people's thoughts. At the same time, that's the thing. Like I'm very like eager to say, don't listen to anyone's opinion. But at the same time, there's nothing I'm more addicted to than like hearing what people think about my work. I want to know, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I get to make the decisions. Like I would never like follow anyone's advice. Like that's like it has to be aligned with my vision.
Right.
If it's not aligned with my vision, I can't follow the advice, you know?
Right. Of course. Yeah, because some people obviously will not see what you have in your head.
Yeah, I can be offended by someone's opinion on my work.
Of course. And that's I think normal. Because, some people don't, everyone has their own way of viewing things, but I feel like your perspective on your world or your like own universe that you're building is very much from a lens of like almost feels very like childhood like.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like it's just something where since you were a child you wanted to create these things, or has it something that you just are not trying to let that child within you die? Like,
I think it's like just that like 5-year-old self that's still there, and I now have this privilege or this freedom to do things that I was only dreaming of back then. Like when I was watching TV and I saw all these cartoons that made me come up with all these ideas, because there was nothing more, I think, inspiring than watching cartoons, Disney or anything actually. There are so many good cartoons that actually spark creativity, when actually a lot of parents think that cartoons make you dumb. But yeah, I was probably the most creative when I was 3 or 5 years old. There's so many things that I was building and doing, and that was before I was confronted with how things actually work and how that's not a real job. You cannot just invent stuff, or you cannot just have fun and build stuff. That's not real. You have to, and that's why I then decided to become a graphic designer, so that I could use my skills as a service, and like I could have fun, but it would be it would be a compromise,
right.
So then I got lucky, and I found a way to become what I was trying to become at the age of 5, just
right.
like an inventor and a designer and stuff like that. That was like an insane idea back then, but now it's become real. So I still sometimes I'm in disbelief of that.
Yeah.
What am I actually doing?
No, it's incredible. Do you think this idea of it seeming so distant, was it because of like different people in your life telling you like, oh no, that's not a realistic thing, like they didn't believe it was possible?
I don't know where that realization came from. I think that's a normal, when you grow up you learn that that's not a realistic life for everyone. Especially like you learn that being an artist has to do with like social status and privilege and all these things, and not everyone has the privilege to be an artist. It depends on a lot of things. So that hit me very, like when I was way out of high school, when like I realized what the art scene and the design scene looked like, and then I was like, okay, let's be realistic. Let's do graphic design or something like that. That's not like being an artist was not an option for me, like at all. Like never. Like just because I didn't want to suffer, I didn't want to like try and fail.
No, of course, because I feel like at least when I was little, it's like it felt like there was this constant kind of, oh well, you can't be a painter, you're gonna die of hunger type of thing, or like you can't be an artist, you're gonna like struggle, like this constant like
this reminder that
reminder
this
in a
isn't
way.
gonna work.
Right, but it's interesting to see like that it is possible. You just have to find the right path and way to it.
Yeah, like that. It is. Yeah, it depends. Like there are so many different ways to get to that goal, I think, but I would have never thought that the way I did it would lead me to what I'm doing now. Like that was unpredictable to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was starting out. I didn't, like I said, I didn't plan to start a brand. That was not on my wish list.
Right.
Like, I was also not confident enough for that, because what you need in order to start a business is usually the confidence in yourself that you can build something, which, first of all, no one in my family has ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone in my family was like an employee, or like that's really not what anyone has experienced within my family. So, and also like the confidence that I had at that point, like I wasn't built for that, to be honest. And now I also feel there are days where I also feel like I'm definitely not made for this. Like looking at everyone else doing this, I'm so not built for this, but we'll see.
Right, it's from an outsider's point of view, you don't see, you know, the challenges and the struggles and because it's all, you know, I guess sometimes this industry can be a little bit about image and like how it's presented to the world, but you know, I think everyone's kind of having their struggles and their challenges. It's just like, yeah, I mean, you hear about it, like different designers that were tormented in the head, like Alexander McQueen, and you know, to the point where he took his own life, right? But it's just those tormented challenges, but at the end of the day,
I don't want to seem like the tormented artist.
No.
Like, I'm sorry if I'm giving off that vibe.
No.
But there are definitely doubts within me. I
Of
understand,
course.
like, to be realistic, like, I understand, like, what the typical entrepreneur, what he thinks like. And I'm saying he because it's also, that's also
the stereotype.
one thing that's always on my mind is that it's usually, like, I don't have a lot of girls that I can relate to. That's also a thing that's a, I don't know.
No, but
it's difficult, I guess, but it's also, I think even if I was a boy, I would not be made for this. I would not be.
right.
I would feel like,
No, I agree. It's a lot of pressure. Also, myself, sometimes I feel the same, and even I do like what you said with I don't have a lot of girlfriends that you relate to. Like likewise, even my guy friends won't understand the type of challenges or like even situations where it's like a relatable thing, because it's like a solo type of mission in a way of doing your own business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's on your back, but obviously you've garnered enough confidence to be to the point where you're at and built this brand to this point. Is there a certain vision or idea of what you would like to build in the future? Whether it be different projects or just overall.
I think if my confidence grows, then there's a high possibility that we can do anything. Like I once said that, like if I had like the maximum freedom and resources and anything, then I'd love to design cars and stuff and buildings, but it's not that simple. I cannot just go ahead and design cars. There are ideas and I have like a lot of fun following my visions and stuff. So we'll see how far like that whole project can take us, because it's also a financial question. Like
Right.
I'm always like every day I'm wondering when will it be over, like because how long am I gonna be able to maintain this level of freedom, which is money, you know?
Right.
But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So that's I can't answer that question, but if I'm still like doing this in 5 years, then there's a high likelihood that we're doing different things than just clothing, I think.
Of course. 'Cause I've seen you've already like, you know, you're exploring like furniture, sculpture, like all types of different accessories. Is there like a specific project that you found like most exciting?
I actually like all of my projects. Is there a project that I like the most? I love all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I'm all of a sudden I'm so confident and like loving all of my own work.
Right.
Where does that come from?
I love the chair that's like
Yeah,
the hands.
That's also a favorite of mine,
Yeah.
which we're trying to do in a foam version, which means you have to make a huge mold and then put foam in it, and then you have it in like it's like a sofa, an actual sofa. Right now it's solid.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do right now. So it might be actual furniture that we're offering in the shop. I don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on. We're also working on a ping pong table right now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like I love ping pong. That's why. Like anything that comes to mind. To my mind.
Yeah.
Not anyone else's.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't accept anyone else's ideas. Like sometimes people in my team pitched me stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go well. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, because...
That's how it goes.
Yeah, because the creation process begins with the vision and then communicating it.
That's where it, like, yeah, it's all centered around me.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you've also done several different collaborations, like, for example, the Adidas Collaboration, which is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, how does that process even begin? Like, do you pitch your ideas to Adidas, or is it more of collaborative? Like, how does it begin? Does it begin in the archive?
It started with an email, I think exactly 1 year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they asked us if we wanted to work together, and I felt very flattered, and so we started talking, and then slowly we started thinking about what we could do, because they wanted to do a project like very centered around the football Euro Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The Euro Cup. And we were just, it was supposed to be a very small project, very low in budget and effort and stuff, which made it a huge challenge, because we had bigger ideas and wanted to make it look like the biggest thing, and
Right.
and they were like, yeah, but it's a small project, be careful. But we did everything we wanted to do. Like we couldn't be stopped.
Amazing.
But there were some ideas that they said no to, that
Mhm.
they couldn't be part of the campaign. But yeah, we did, like, we still talk about it. We still talk about those 2 days where we had the whole team there. They all flew in from, like, we had people from Canada,
Yeah.
in Frankfurt, you know.
Wow.
Frankfurt is my city, like, not exactly, because I don't live in Frankfurt. I live in a small town nearby Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had a whole team from around the world come to our town to shoot this.
Wow.
And then what happened was that it went kind of viral, and I think Adidas wasn't expecting that, and that was the fun part.
Yeah.
Like people resonating with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people really resonated with it, and because it was such strong imagery. Yeah, but yeah, I also saw you got to visit the Adidas archive. Was there?
You did too, right?
Yeah, and it was incredible. Was there certain like sort of pieces of inspiration from the design process in there, or was it just you going from your own original ideas?
They gave us the tour after the project,
Okay.
so there was no. But maybe for the next, there was probably foreshadowing the next project, if there is a project. I don't know. But it was inspirational, of course.
Yeah,
It was also just a fun time there.
yeah,
Did you have the same tour guide as we did?
yes.
What was her name?
The
But
lady,
was
she
the goat.
yes.
She was
Yeah.
so good.
And she knows everything about that archive. Like
Yeah.
she geeks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, super interesting to hear like speak about the history of the brand, and it was actually super interesting to me how the actual design of both the three stripes and you know the football, like the football that we know as the design of the football with the
With
tele yeah,
with the black dots.
exactly, that one was all like influenced as designed by the media,
Yeah.
which, you know, I think about it today like design being impacted by social media, and I thought it was something new, but apparently it's been happening since like the newspapers were able to take pictures of football players and their shoes would show the three stripes.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like in medieval times, they would already think about stuff, stuff like that. That was also like that when she mentioned that, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's been accentuated with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting to see.
What was the wildest thing that she showed you?
I mean, just the original pair where they put like the first prototype of the three stripes I thought was really crazy, that, you know, I was able to hold it because it was just like a piece of history where they hand stitched, you know, an extra stripe on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the logo came from, and everything from there evolved. But I honestly felt like I needed more time in the archive. I wanted to see more stuff.
Yeah, same.
It's extensive, but not enough time to
Yeah,
be in
she
there.
only showed a couple of things. And
Yeah.
there's so much more.
I know, I felt like a little kid that I wanted to like, and they were like,
Mhm.
no. It's like, no, I just want to see it. No.
It's crazy because she was very welcoming. She was
Yeah.
like, ask
Yeah.
anything you want, and I was like, where's the Kobe shoe? You know, the one, the ugly one.
Yeah.
And she
2002
she pulled it
one?
out. I don't know which
Yeah.
one, but there's a yellow one that's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
yeah. She showed us this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
cool.
was they tell you that it's a very rare thing to get into that.
Yeah, it is.
It's very it's a huge privilege, a huge honor.
Yeah.
How did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them?
Yeah, email. They just were like, hey, we want to
So cool.
invite you to go see the archive. And so, yeah, flew us out. Yeah, it was really an amazing experience overall, just to see also the headquarters and everything, because it is mind-blowing to see how big it is. But
Yeah, that was like never forget this experience.
yeah,
Riding on those bicycles.
they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, any other like collaborations that you thought were, yeah, super inspiring, or like works for the future? Like what's in the future for Mona Thomas and HUNI?
Oh, I don't know. I guess. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of collaborations, because that's not something I'm very good at. I think my work is the best, or I like my work the best when I get to be maximum free and just
Independent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Adidas project was really nice and one of my favorites, and I don't want to hate on it at all. I loved it, but yeah, we'll try to focus on ourselves for now and just do everything that we've had in the pipeline for the past couple of years, because it's been super difficult for me to realize some of my projects because of my lack of network, manufacturing network.
Right.
Sometimes when you don't know who to go to or which company to turn to with a certain project, then a project can take years until it's completed. So there's a couple of things that are still waiting to be done, and yeah, we need to do them. So we finally have a bigger team that's focused on manufacturing networks. So we'll probably get to do that now.
That's incredible. After we're done with this, I might be able to help you a little bit with that. I have a good list of over 200 manufacturers.
Interesting.
Yeah, that maybe it helps.
Yeah, gatekeeping is real.
I know, yeah.
That's been a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But I understand.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, but I think things are evolving.
Yeah, true.
I think gatekeeping is being a little bit left in the past, and
hopefully
at least
so.
Yeah, at least it would be good to see a little bit less of it in the future, and just more artists just supporting each other and being able, because at the end of the day, what we want to do is create,
yeah, true.
you want to create, but be able to live from whatever you create. I think is the dream.
Yeah, especially pages like yours, they have this goal to share knowledge rather than to keep it from others.
Yeah,
this is probably the era of not gatekeeping stuff.
yeah.
Social media is a very good tool for that.
Yeah, agreed. We have to use it for the positive, not the negative. Anyways, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate this talk. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.